March 27th. We are marching out of spring into April, and Happy Health Habits is here to stay. We are here. It's been over 2 years now. We've been meeting every Wednesday. I'm so loving you guys for showing up and for supporting each other. In fact, Martha, our dear Martha, she has referred a friend who works for her who's going to start because she loves this group and she thinks it would be perfect for her. Yeah, for her actual her employee. Exactly. And she actually referred because her employee she thinks needs to be here. And so
nice.
Yeah, so isn't that awesome? So bring friends and
we're
family.
missing Martha today, but she was here last week.
If they're willing, if they're willing, send them, and we'll be seeing her new friend, Deb. Her name's Deborah. So we'll be having her, and then I encouraged a couple new people to get on today as well. So, oh no, I don't know if she has the link. Anyways, I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, maybe I invited her and didn't send her the link. Did I do that? Oh no. Okay, let me check. So just to get started here, who watched Monday night or the recording at this point on consistency? Okay. On consistency. All right. So let me grab this link quick and give it to let me give it to, hold on a second. She needs to get in here. Sorry, guys. Regina, she's a high school friend. Copy.
You got your spring haircut.
Betty here?
Yes, I am. See, I got a new haircut.
Oh, it looks nice. Very cute.
Thank you. I whacked it off.
And it's very cute. And I wanna just say Kathy is recovering from her little minor surgery very well. Welcome back, Kathy.
Thank you.
Good.
And I have to just say, you guys, you did a brilliant job. Did you watch the YouTube of when I was gone and Sharon was leading? I sent the link of the recording, and you ladies rocked it. You are so good at supporting each other. It's just incredible. I just absolutely loved listening to you guys talk. And Sharon, you did it. Bravo. Thank you for letting us use your.
Yeah, it was really good.
My friend Rob is here.
Oh, really?
Hi.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Rob or Robbie. Hold on. All right.
She's on. Yep, she's on mute.
All right, she's on mute. Okay. All right, so I got Regina, my high school friend, and then she's got, okay, sorry, I had to get that to her. She's, okay, good. All right, away we go. All right, so a couple things. Congratulations, everybody. You did awesome supporting each other. I was just crying hearing all the great tips and all the great suggestions and support. It was just wonderful, wonderful. From top to bottom. So bravo. Thank you, Sharon, for letting us use your link. And I'm going to be gone in April a couple weeks, so we'll figure that out too before, but it worked really well, I'm sure. And Sandy too has a Zoom, so we'll figure something out for when I'm gone.
And it's nice to know someone watches the recordings.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm so glad somebody watches.
Yeah, every once in a while people are requesting them too, so that's nice.
Yeah, so that's good. I do want to just point out that there was a little scone recipe. There was a scone recipe posted. Did you all see that?
I've tried it twice.
Have you? Is it good?
Yes, very good.
I'm gonna try it with my old cinnamon and my maple. I'm going to put these out specifically so I don't forget, because I'm going to make those things. I thought that this looked so phenomenal. So that was posted, but it was an easy little recipe. It just takes 2 fueling. So I'm going to try that. this is just a couple announcements before we get to the good stuff here. This is the last week of the walk challenge. So finish strong, whatever your game is, just finish strong, right? Kathy, I know you've been waylaid by your little, right? If you're waylaid, it's okay. Just finish in any way that you can, but finish strong, get that neck over the line. Who got benefit from checking in every day? Did you guys like this challenge?
I love it.
Yeah.
You love it? Roxy is, man, she's awesome. She's posting every day. Sharon's posting every day.
Oh,
She rocks. Yeah,
Sharon
way to go,
finally
Sharon. Even on the
smiled.
blizzard, you did some stairs, so that was great.
Yeah, Roxy, you loved it. You loved checking in every day. Sharon finally smiled on her post, which is hysterical. And Roxy, what'd you love about it? What'd you get out of it the most?
I love the accountability. I think.
Accountability.
Yeah, it's like there is no a day. I feel like I have to do it because I have to do it, especially because other girls are following my lead, and
Yep.
sometimes they don't post, but they tell me they feel bad or they feel inspired sometimes, and but I mean it's just like everybody's doing it and posting. I said I have to do mine, and the other day I was like 11, and I said, okay, dogs, let's go. We have to do it
oh,
because
good.
it wasn't really a time, but we always work at least 20 minutes. I said, okay, it's done. So I feel that sensation of like, I have to go with the group.
And it was 11 p.m.
Oh, yes. Late.
Oh, wow.
That is fantastic. Roxy is so committed.
Yeah.
She's gonna do it because she has to feel complete.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something
At
about
least a day now.
there's something about that accountability, isn't there? That you just got to do it because you've committed to doing it.
Yes.
And so when those things are over, it's kind of hard sometimes, don't you think, Roxy? You've been around a few years. For those of us who've been around a few years, and even Sharon used to do the challenges and then come and go throughout the years, right? And it's hard in the meantime. What do you do, right? So always set your next bar and your next level with me individually, for sure. Never not have a challenge you're working on, even if it's not a group challenge. I don't know yet, but I know I don't know if there's going to be a specific optimal health one, like a physical challenge again right away. But my coach David he's a business entrepreneur and professional personal development coach. He's doing that 90-day extraordinary life challenge. So I recommend, this is not a physical challenge, but if you want to continue on your physical challenge and continue it to be that way, you can use this. Can you see this?
Yes.
I sent this. If you don't have it digitally, you don't have to buy this. I bought it a few years ago, but I'll send you the free digital copy. And then there's a 250-page workbook that takes you through 90 days of how to build your extraordinary life.
Good.
And if you're like Kathy and you're not quite sure what is your next summit on the mountaintop, there's that What Matters Most worksheet I attached in there for you to take a look at and go through the questions and think about, how do I want my life to be? You know, you may still be in the process of mastering your nutrition, mastering your motion and your hydration. And that's a process, but what's next? So if you wanna, is it mental, spiritual, emotional, physical, financial, social, spirit, whatever it is, it'll fit here, okay? And you're gonna get one-on-one, if you do the workbook and the book by yourself, kind of DIY, we'll talk about it and touch base in here on Wednesdays. But if you do the full support and you pay it's $97 to be with David's group, and he might have other people who aren't optimal health clients who aren't in Optavia, and and he may have other people out, random people, business people, but he's gonna have a once a week meeting. He'll have different videos and audios. He'll have different check-ins. You know, it's a separate thing. Okay. So it's $97 to do the whole meal deal, support from him with his group. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not quite sure if he's gonna put this stuff in Optimal Life at all. I think if you're in paid the $97, I think it's all like private. But either way, you got the workbook, you got the book, you got me, you got us. So if you want to do the free way, great. If you want to pay the $97 for the added support, it's kind of like when you pay a personal trainer, you better get out of bed and go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's some serious accountability there.
Yeah.
Some already here have the book, right? Who has
Yeah,
the
some
book?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Deb's
people
got
already
it.
have the book.
So
Sharon's got
I
it.
saw it. I don't understand what you mean. You say digitally, digital book.
I'll give you, you download it to your computer. So it's not a physical book.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
so
on
it's-
paper.
Oh, okay. So I
you
could,
Yeah,
get the
he's giving it away
book
free too.
on your computer instead of paper.
okay. So I could just run it off. So I have a hard copy.
Exactly.
Yes.
I will try and do that. I will
Yeah,
try to do that. Okay.
Quite a few pages.
Yeah.
97, maybe more. I don't know.
And the workbook's like 220,
But it's
240
big
pages.
pages with where you fill in stuff.
If
Yeah.
I whine, Jean will buy me the paper and I run it down. So
Yeah.
I don't even have to whine. I can wink, you know. It's
I think
real.
this is
Yeah,
on Amazon.
that's nice.
I think this is on Amazon too. I've actually never committed to this formally, you guys, and then truth be told, he's done it a few times in the last 5 years, and I've never formally committed. So
But you have now.
I
But you
have, because I'm at that place where I'm at the end of the book and I'm in this creation mode of, I'm in the creator seat and I'm trying to accomplish some new things. I've got my new vision board. I finished my third vision. This is my third vision board.
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
Me.
Good.
And I have some goals I'm trying to develop some things, how I want my life to look and be. And so I think this is going to be perfect for me, trying to develop that, what is next and how am I going to do it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you use this for whatever summit you're on, but that just something to consider, and we can talk to privately if you have questions or want to, want to know more how it would best suit you. And it's kind of like that book club too, Deb, that you go to on Tuesday. It's, if you paid for that, you would show up, right? So that's the thing. Fulcrum. You don't have to take pictures of your challenge tracker, but I do use this, right? And remember to keep tracking. Tracking is a skill that is really essential. So keep tracking your stuff. Whatever it is that you're tracking, keep tracking it. Never let go of those skill sets. So I welcome you to fill out that most worksheet and just decide what you want. What is it that you want to focus on next? And then let me know at our coaching calls too, so I can support you in that. And then this weekend's a holiday weekend for a lot of you. So I sent out the Passover and the Easter recipes. Did you guys see those links?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. And I like both of them. The recipes are great for all the time, anytime. Feel free to send them to friends. And I tagged some of you on my post so that your friends could see my post and they can ask for recipe books too. And so if it's okay with you, I'll tag maybe a couple other, some of you I didn't tag, but your friends are welcome to those. There's no purchase required. Okay. So I'll go ahead and tag a couple more of you. And if your friends want them, that's great. And then there is just this last week. This is the last week through the end of Sunday, and Easter Day is that sale for the extra $75 off for a new person. So if you want to buddy up with the box, get the $200 discount, you can get some more fuelings or snacks or whatever. If you're running low and need your or want your favorites or something like that. You can do that. And of course, friends and family, if they want to jump in for spring into wellness, they can take advantage of that. It's less than $2 of fueling, so it's worth splitting a box with somebody even. Anybody got any health professionals they know? There's going to be a special webinar for doctors, nurses, OTs, PTs tomorrow night. So if you have any of those guys, let me know that if you want me to invite them.
Okay.
So that's a lot. Hi, Robbie. I'm so glad to see you down there. All right. So I'm going to screen share for a second here. Here we go. I'm going to screen share. Here we go. Now, remember your word of the year, everybody. Congratulations. Robbie loved herself enough to be here today. Yay. Pat yourself on the back. If you came with a bunch of scattered thinking and you have all kinds of things going on in your life, right? Just make sure to focus on one thing, your word of the year. Do you guys remember it? Do you think about it every day? What's your word? What's your word? Kathy, what's your word? Betty, what's your word?
Consistent.
All right, Betty.
I can't remember now that you asked me in the air.
Okay. What about you, Deb?
Balance.
What?
Balance.
Balance.
I
And
don't
Sharon,
think about it every day.
think
but
about balance every day. Wendy, Sharon,
Expansion.
expansion. Roxy.
My word is faith. I have it in front of me. That's why I remember.
Faith. She's got it posted in front of her so she remembers.
Yes.
Awesome. Who did I miss?
Alive and living fearlessly.
Alive and fearless. That's right.
Yes.
Robbie doesn't have a word yet, but do you have a word for the year that you can think of? No, she'll think of one. Mine was becoming. I'm becoming more 2024. So be thinking that when you're all scattered, right? And you want to make a decision and you want to calm yourself down, use your self-hugging, self-soothing techniques, breathing, and breathe in your word and out. So balance, consistency, and like sometimes it's a mantra, faith, one word, just keep saying that word over and over and over again as a little calming mantra too. If you've never done that, it's kind of like counting backwards. It's just, it calms your mind down, right? So remember to use those techniques or you make the wrong decision. Always remember you're on the right bus. So you might be distracted by, different things going on over here, but you have everything you need on this bus to get where you're going and to get the best out of your life. You just got to stay on the ride, right?
Yes.
You just got to stay on the ride. No detour. You can detour, but we're always going to be here for you. And we're always, Robbie, you don't know this yet, but we have a bus full of people that are all driving in the same direction. And now you get to be on our bus with us, the energy bus. And there's no negativity allowed here. It's all positivity and upward thinking and positive moving forward. We're going to balance out those crazy, chaotic lives and get it. Who's feeling like they got a bent up wheel this week? Anybody?
No, I had a good week.
Okay.
Good week.
Okay. I definitely had a bent up wheel being out of my own sorts, right? For almost 12 days. And I did a little live on Facebook, and my share is that I was thrilled, but I was thrilled beyond belief, because I thought for sure I gained 5 or 10 pounds. I felt terrible. I couldn't have a bowel movement. I was just like ate out 7, I don't know, we ate out like 10 times and I didn't gain any weight, and I was thrilled.
Yay.
I know, right?
Yay.
I was like,
Yay.
what alternative universe is this? Like, I don't know what is going on here. But all I know is I'm like the girl in the video and the guy in the video. I just stay consistent to my every 2 to 3 hours in my hydration, and I make smart choices as smart as I can, and I make the portions, and that's it. Like, it's just the consistent thing. It's consistency. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And this is now the second vacation I've survived without, and I panic when I get on the scale thinking, oh dear God, that whole diet thing comes, that diet mindset just takes over. And I was terrified to get on the scale. Oh my gosh. And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, this is craziness, you guys. This works. I can't even believe how much it works. So consistency is the name of the game. I absolutely loved Monday night because I'm living it, and I still find myself second guessing it. I still find myself waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not about that. It's all about me expanding my life now. It's about me expanding my, not worrying about that anymore and forgetting about it and expanding my life. So that's what I want for all of you. That's why I love this opportunity for me right now, particularly because you want to keep expanding your life, not just focusing on the pant size and the numbers, right? So why are we really here? This was profound from Monday night. That is everything, guys. How do you want to feel? What emotion do you want to evoke? What do you want your life to look and feel and touch and see? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do and have? That's where we need to focus every single day in order to stay consistent with our habits. That's absolutely it. And you know, after the 5th time we drove through drive-through on the ride home from Arizona, my mother-in-law is getting Arby's and Wendy's and all Dairy Queen and all this stuff. We drive through. I literally order nothing at all these drive-throughs. Consistently order nothing at the drive-throughs. She's so bugged because of my consistency and because of my commitment. But I tell her, I don't want to feel, I know how I'm going to feel if I eat that big, or, you know,
Yeah.
sandwich. I don't want to feel that way. I just don't. I'm sorry, right? Like, I'm just committed to not, I feel like this way. I want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like that. And I know what that does to me mentally, emotionally, physically, and I'm not going there. And you can, you know what, go for it, but I'm not gonna. And really, it's unconscious at this point. So we need to get to that unconscious incompetence where we're learning. It's painful. We're growing. We're skinning our knees in conscious incompetence. We have pitfalls in conscious competence, but we get back up. We know, okay, we know how to do it better next time, right? And
Yes.
we get better. And then pretty soon you're just doing it. And I love in Monday night about how he talked about when you measure how solid your habits are when crap hits the fan and your life is falling apart and stuff gets really tough and you're continuing and you are doing your healthy habits. That's when you know how solid your unconscious competence is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you're still drinking the water and you're still like, you know, you're out of sorts completely, you're still doing it. That's how solid you know that you're, and so until you're there, you want to keep sharpening the saw, work on it, right? And there's always going to be stages of slipping backwards, but does that make sense? So never beat yourself up. I also loved, and then I'll shut up, the concept about being bad and wrong. Stop making yourself bad or wrong. You are never wrong. You're never bad. Don't personalize it. You just, you have data. You made a choice. You did something and it you know, you have a decision and then you have a response or a, you know, you made a choice and then you have a response, but it's okay. You don't personalize it, make yourself bad. I love that part too in the video. So many things were good. So I'll be quiet now. I've talked a lot. Let's celebrate some of our wins and our or defeats for the week, and talk about how we can do better, and then how we can learn from those with each other. And then what was your takeaway from Monday night? Who wants to start? Kathy?
I thought it was really good. I wrote down some notes too. I liked his part too about tracking every workout. Because I kind of stopped doing, I mean, that's why I like the walking challenge, because I would record every day, you know, what I did or how many steps or how many miles. And so I'm going to start that, you know, to track my workout every day. I thought that was a really good point too.
Yes, tracking.
Mhm.
And then he talked about just falling in love with the process. And I thought that was just so aptly put. Just, it works, you know, so we just have to embrace it, love it, and do it.
Yep. Fall in love with the process. I love it. He'd been, yeah, he was brilliant. He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
What'd you get out of it, Betty?
Well, for one thing I really liked, I wrote down.
Oh, wait,
if-
Betty, hold on. I want to celebrate Kathy because she's stuck on her healthy habits even after a
Okay,
surgery.
good.
That's tough. That's tough when you have that, right? So you
It was.
did great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bravo, my friend. Go ahead, Betty.
Oh, okay. I wrote down one thing I wrote down, your fulfillment goals are 100% mental. Your body won't if your mind doesn't push it. So I like that. You have to say it, and you have to say it loud enough that you hear it. And
Yes.
then and I like with his let go of the ego, it's because it's so true. I sit there, I know how to do it. I know how to eat less. I know how to exercise more. I know how to go to bed and go to sleep. But we don't do it. My ego says I know it all. He said, but you have to know what your purpose in life is to fulfill that, to bring alive to your identity. So I like that, and no guilt, no shame. I wrote that down. Track what you're doing, and I've enjoyed. I haven't called up and tracked it anything, but I have been pretty. I've gotten over 3,000 steps, and many days I've gotten over 4,000 steps. So I'm into the 4,100, 200. So I'm really proud of that. I was only doing 1,000 or something before,
That's
and
great, Betty.
so I've been doing that and really happy. And one question, that chart, I've been looking for the chart. What page is that on? It drives me crazy when the unconscious conscious one.
It's in you think I have it memorized. It's in element 4 or 5.
Okay, that's all I need.
3. Yeah, I can find it after this. Let me look.
Okay, no, that's if it's one of the elements, I'll look in there.
Yeah, it's in
Because
the
I knew it was there and I was paging through, but I was and my one other thing on
No, I
Monday.
think element 3. Look in element 3 first.
Okay.
If someone has a life book there, they can check.
Okay. And on Monday, I got the bus book, and by noon Tuesday, I had it read. So now I have to go back and read it more carefully. But I really enjoyed that too.
Fantastic.
So
Great.
I'm not ready to board a bus yet, but yes, that was really cool.
Fantastic. You got any energy vampires you're getting off your bus, or do you see some things that you look at?
I'm pretty lucky right now. Though all of those people have been weeded out for quite a while now, and so
Good.
that's I've got really good backup people and people who don't try to push me the wrong way. So
Good. You
that's
mentioned
great.
catching the purpose thing. I had to play that 3 times about your purpose.
Yes.
That was so profound. View your purpose as a moment to moment conversation with your soul.
Yes.
Stop trying to figure out what your purpose is on the planet and start focusing on what brings you alive in this moment of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's bringing you passion and aliveness, and that's your gift. That's your sweet spot. Whatever it is for everybody, we all have our gifts, and our purpose is, if we know we're doing our purpose and being our purpose in life, if we're totally jazzed by it. Like, I love being with you guys. I love helping people transform their lives. I know that's my purpose. Other people, no, they would not. When you're in that moment with yourself, you're alive in that moment. You're alive and doing that thing, and that's where you focus. I love that. I thought that was great.
And we know it too. When you
Yeah.
say you know it, that you're here because you love to be here. I know why you're here. I wouldn't show up week in and week out. I know why everyone else is here, why
Yeah.
Roxy comes and why Sherry comes, and this, and that's why you come back.
Yeah, we have a passion. We have a passion for helping each other and other people. So
Yes.
Yeah, I love the saying that a lot of us are exhausted, probably because we're doing too much, but
Yes.
mainly because we're not doing enough of what we love, of what
Yeah.
energizes us, what makes us come alive.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. If we're doing stuff that makes us feel dead all the time, we're off purpose.
Yeah.
And
And
exhausted.
those might be the things we have to do, work
Right.
and chores and whatever. They have to be
Right.
done.
Right.
But if you're not doing enough of what you love, that's what
Yeah.
gives you the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Quite right. Absolutely. Sharon, what'd you get out of it? Wendy, Deb.
I wrote down a lot of the same things that have
Yeah,
already
me
been
too.
said,
Um,
but one of the things that I grabbed right away, it was early in the video, in the recording, in the Zoom. I don't even know what to call these things. Was consistency with the amino acids. That struck me because I'm not consistent with them. So that's my new goal, is to become consistent. And he also talked about being consistent with the books and the journaling and, just consistency with the program. And I am not consistent in those areas either. So as he talked, I was writing down what I'm doing good at and what I'm not doing so hot at, as well as comments he made. So, but I want to also say I fell off the wagon this week. I had 2 funerals in 4 days, 2 friends who passed away that I've known for a long, long time. And I'm not using that as an excuse, but we know what emotional eating is. I went through the grocery store. I told myself I could buy jelly beans. I wanted to put them in a vase around another vase with flowers for an Easter decoration. Said I was strong enough. I wouldn't eat those jelly beans. I was not strong enough. So if you are addicted to sugar, you can't have sugar around you. Lesson learned, and I felt horrible, physically horrible after I ate them. So lesson learned for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So page 136.7. What happened? What do you want to have happen? What's missing? What's next?
Yep.
Journal it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Next.
idea.
You did?
I didn't, but good idea.
Yes. Journal it out, because it's just about being in the process. Like Kathy said, the process of learning, and that's consciously competent, incompetent. Like you knew you were conscious, but you weren't competent with what to do with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just part
Yeah.
of stages. So, I walked with someone through this at 7 a.m. this morning. Okay, what could you have done? You didn't have control over that situation, but what could you have done? You could have called your coach. You could have leaned into it. You could put a webinar. You could call your daughter. You could, reach out. You know what I mean? Phone home for help.
Yeah.
When
Good
I'm
ideas.
vulnerable, when I'm tired, when I'm grieving, Deb, grief, surgery, grieving,
Hard.
no sleep, we're in danger. Let's face it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yep.
and I do this to myself. I go, okay, I didn't sleep last night. I'm in danger. What do I need to do today to support myself? Because I know I'm going to be looking for the sugar. I know I'm going to be, right, Deb?
Yep.
And yeah, so I know I can't fool myself thinking I can buy the jelly beans and bring them in my house. No,
Now I know.
Right. And there's no shame in it, because you had to grieve, and you still are, and you learned a lesson along the way. So thank you, body, for teaching me that lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end,
Agreed.
it's all feedback, right? He said it's all data. It's all
It's
data.
Right.
information.
You collect the data, you
Yep.
don't personalize it, you just collect the data as information. This is what I did, this is what happened, it's data. Now I'm gonna do this instead. And that's it. That's it. Done.
Yeah. And now
Yep.
you can move forward with that.
Yep.
And maybe work on a new habit.
Right.
When the
And I
time,
always
when this
remember-
happens, I'm going to reach out, just decide
Yep.
now, what am I going to do next time?
Good idea.
And always write it
Lots.
out, journal it out too, guys, because it puts it in your nervous system different. And then you go, when I remember how I felt, anchor, write down how you felt. My body felt this, my body felt that. I was going to throw up. I felt disgusting. I felt like, write it out in words, how
Yeah.
badly physically you felt, because that can be a huge anchor. I know it is for me. Like at a
Yeah.
drive-through. Yeah, no, I know how I'm going to feel. I don't want to feel like that. Yeah, right. So you
And
write
then,
that.
and
in.
then put, and I know how good I do feel when I do this.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
always have in front of you both choices and how does it feel? One of the gals on the record Monday night, she really said that. You gotta
Yeah.
feel it.
Mhm.
Feel.
Yeah.
And then you will, it's not like you'll remember, it's your body already knows.
Yes, your body already knows. We anchor the good feelings as much as we anchor the bad.
And
Yeah.
we gotta learn to replace, relax, release, and replace.
Mhm.
Release the bad and replace it with the good.
Yes. So
And
yeah,
that's why you always have a choice.
quite right, Carrie. So you eat the jelly beans, you're feeling like crap. Okay, relax yourself. Great, self-soothing. Breathe. Release it. Feel it. Honor it. Use your processing, emotional processing videos I've sent you guys. Mostly all of you have them.
Yeah.
Process the emotion. Let it be. Let it go through and honor it. And it's only 90 seconds, really 2 minutes sometimes, most of the time, except for grieving, which is
Yeah.
but it still goes up and down, right? Grief still does this, in waves.
Yeah.
So you still have to just deal with that brief wave, and then you go in another wave, and then right. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you went from one funeral to another in a few days, you didn't have time to process. Your
No.
body's going through a lot.
No.
Your mind and your heart is going through a lot.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
yourself some grace too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honoring that is real. It's all
Yeah.
real. Yeah. We're sorry. Our hearts are with you, and we've all been there too.
Well,
Right? We've all
yeah.
been there.
Thank you.
Big hugs for Deb.
Go back to
Thanks.
basics like Kobe Bryant. Keep shooting free throws.
Yeah.
Back to element 1 through 5.
Right.
Basics.
Basic.
In the
basic.
past, yeah. In the
Don't
past, I
try
would.
something new and different and hard when life is already this hard. Go
Yeah.
back to the basics. It's okay.
Yeah.
And that's really what the foundation of what we're all building on.
And if we can only be consistent about what she mentioned, a lot of things she's not consistent at, guys, don't focus on what you're not consistent on. Focus on what you are consistent on and do it more
Yeah.
consistently. And then more. And then when you add the next one, do that more consistently. And the amino acids, I gave up. I honestly, I could not be consistent with that. I was not ready. You have to be ready. You have to be willing. And if you're not confident, you can borrow our confidence. But I've got it. When I do it again, I have to be ready to focus on the consistency. Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to do me any good. So my husband had the same thing. He is completely consistent with it. And man, can I tell? It's amazing.
Good.
Good.
Wow. She showed her picture too. I was like, maybe I should think about getting ready to be consistent.
I'm gonna be consistent.
Yes, I just got the inspiration the other day, and I saw a lady when I went to clean her house, and she was wearing this like t-shirt without sleeves, and I could see her arms, really nice arm, and I was like, oh, I want those.
Yeah.
And I asked her how she was doing, and she told me, are you going to the gym? And I said, yes. And she asked me, what do you do in the gym? And I said, I run and do this. I said, like, forget about it. Don't do cardio in the gym. Just go and lift weights, and then you have your arms. And I was like, I want them, yay.
Yes.
So I'm really focusing different now.
I agree, Roxy. So what's your focus in 90 days? Or what is your what's next for you after because you're a challenge girl, you got to have a challenge. What's next for you?
Yeah, my challenge is really to work and make muscle. But I mean, it's like I'm not really see it clearly because I do a lot of cardio. I don't know, and then I mean, yeah, I just need to really focus. And I got like 2 or 3 things like they're I mean taking my attention, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want. But I'm still need a little more
So
really good into.
So go coach. Okay, Coach Roxy, go to element 18 and study element 18 because that's where all of the strength training is. Okay, and that's where all the progressive training is that is basic. You can start with. Okay.
Yes.
And then
and tell your mind right now, Roxy, it's okay to gain a few pounds because muscle is more dense,
Yeah.
and for your same size, you will weigh more with more muscle. So don't be scared of the scale.
Yes, thank you.
Element 18, everybody, if you're looking at muscle mass.
Okay.
So, anything else you got out of Monday, Roxy, or anything else you want to add, or?
I like what they said at the end. Just be intentional and have fun in all your process. So don't really, I mean, like take it like so seriously. So I was like, yeah, sometimes I take it so seriously and forget about having fun. I just have fun, but no, not enough, I think.
Well, you always look like you're having fun, so you mastered that, but I know,
Yeah,
I agree. I don't have
yeah,
enough.
but just when I go exercise, but then the rest is like, okay, I like have to do this, and it's not like that. So
Yeah,
that's when I got that point.
I do the same thing. Anybody else take things too seriously?
No,
I don't
Betty
take it
knows.
seriously enough.
no, I don't. I don't.
I do. I have to remember to put on comedies or put on things that make me laugh and just make light of things and dance around. If I put on dance music, then I can feel silly and have fun. That's what I
Now
have.
you inspire me with that. You inspire me when you said that you had that in the morning and you danced.
I do.
And so that is one thing I remember in the morning time. So
You
keep
do? Do
dancing.
you dance too now?
Yeah, I do. I remember that. That you keep dancing. Don't you stop dancing.
I did while I was with my
Yay.
mother-in-law. Man, I was wow. It was not fun. It adds a lot to my day.
Maybe she should have started dancing.
I think so. That was a lifetime ago, right?
There was give and take going on there. Give and take.
Yeah.
Sharon,
yeah.
how about you? What's going on? What'd you get out of the webinar, and what are you doing?
I also, Betty said about letting go of the ego, and we do so much negative self-talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, he talked a lot about focus on I am, not I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm
Amen.
becoming, I'm putting in I'm doing consistency. So it's just, yeah, flipping that switch.
Yes.
Because we can do that self
Yeah.
up for a really long time and not,
Yeah.
Yep. That ego.
And one of the gals said about saying that, I don't know, that they're on program or whatever. And, that basically we're always on program.
Yeah.
We are plugging into, being coached and the habits of health, the nutrition. It's not just all about the nutrition. We're trying to create new habits all the time. So we're always,
Yeah, because if
On-
you're
on
on program
program,
and
I
off
guess we're
program, on and off, well, then you're just yo-yo dieting.
Mhm.
so
And the program it's not the program, it's the path, it's your lifestyle. So like you said,
How
Sharon,
about
you're always
this?
on
How about this, guys? We're in the program, in the process.
in
We're
the
not
process.
on or off. We're in the program. We're in the process. How about that?
that's
You're doing
probably a better.
Yeah.
Yeah, some days you
Yeah.
can do it more fully, or the consistency is there, and sometimes events come up and we make choices. Oh, I made the choice to do this today, but I'm still in the program. I'm still on
Yeah.
the path.
Because off is automatically negative. It's diet thinking.
Yeah, right?
On off. Take the wagon. There is no wagon, guys. There's no wagon to be off of. No wagon.
No.
Sorry. I'm taking your wagon. It's going. Go. Right?
Yeah.
Give it to
Yes.
the Goodwill. There's no wagon. You're in the process, in the program.
Just like Sandy and I, we're on and off, but that's the internet, not us.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Sandy? I see you coming and going.
If you're getting your MBA, it takes 4 years. If you're getting your doctorate, it takes 4 years. I'm in the process of getting it. I'm not signing up and then dropping out, signing up and then dropping out. It just matters how long
Yeah.
it takes you to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes great sense.
Like,
And you got other classes to take and a night job, and you're still gonna
Yep.
go on vacation, but you're still
Yeah.
on your
Yep.
way to get.
you're still on your way. Yep. You'll get there. Yeah, I love that. And Betty said something about it's an identity, and you said, Sharon, I am is a very important statement. And Carrie's sister Kate says, whatever you, be very careful whatever you say after I am, because your conscience knows that. And it's
Yeah.
not your identity. You say I am, you might be saying bad things about what you are and you're not.
Yeah, you have to be
Be very
careful.
careful about what comes after I am.
Yeah.
Out of your mouth, because your brain believes it and it takes you down that road and away from your vision boards.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I am. Sharon, what else did you
Yes,
get?
that's so powerful.
Oh,
Or how was your walking week?
Walking week?
Walking.
oh, well, flexible. I call it being flexible.
Yes.
How to, and taking a day off for myself. I consider it
Yay!
self-care. That
Good
was
for
taking
you.
a day off from, you know,
Good for
Hey.
you.
from being,
And that was a conscious choice too. That's a biggie.
yeah. You know, consistent doesn't necessarily mean like this kind of case every day, but it's, you know, consistent.
What did you take the day off from? Taking care of people?
Walking,
Walking?
just,
Okay.
yeah. I just chose not to, I mean, the weather wasn't very good, and I just chose not to find
Self-care,
another option for that day, just to focus
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
self-care day. Hey
Talking with-
guys,
talking with family and friends, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Declare
good.
self-care day any day you want, and declare I'm not taking any care of anybody else but myself today. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna walk. I'm gonna sit here on the couch. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
or
whatever.
morning or afternoon or evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a
Take
few
Your
hours.
self-care time.
Mhm.
And
Bravo.
make that a consistent thing too. Is that weekly or more than monthly, please, ladies, on your calendar.
Yeah.
When is your self-care time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bravo. And Sharon's been to a lot of funerals lately too. And you've been handling your grief very, very well. And
Good.
bravo, because she's turning her grief into power. She's turning her grief into compassion. She's turning her grief into, she's putting her what's your word? Alive and fearless.
Yeah.
She's being fearless at these funerals, talking to people about, well, not directly at the funeral, but
No.
she's being fearless about following up with people that
Listening.
she has on her heart because she feels so badly for them about their health. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
That's the kind of emotional support we all need. Everybody
That-
needs it. They just don't know it.
And
Thank
she's,
you for doing that, Sharon.
Listening, doing a lot of listening.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's hearing the need, and she's saying, you're on my heart. I heard this, you're on my heart, and tell me more. And you are being absolutely fearless.
Thank you for being you, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
guess what? They just need to say it. They just need an empathetic ear. They just need to talk about, right, Sharon, what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And she's found some people that are ready to jump in, and Robbie was one of them, and a couple people that aren't. But you know what? They're heard. And she gave them, right, here's some stuff, here's some tools. And right, it's awesome. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, acknowledge and validate and just be there for someone is
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
important.
Yeah, it is
And
really
they,
awesome.
They come to the realization that they can't do it themselves. We all kind of figured that out.
We all figured that out. We couldn't do, oh, really? We can't do it ourselves?
Yeah, if we would have been able to do it by ourselves, we would have by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we would have.
Or they
I
don't
think
have the
Not spring
support.
chickens here.
I think Jared said, or the first woman said, we can't master anything without learning.
Yeah.
We can't get a master's without learning. We can't get a doctorate without learning. And it makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's
If you're
true.
not learning, if you're not in the game, in your books, learning in the videos or on the health classes, the Monday night community time is health class. I loved her saying that these are health classes. How can we expect to be good at it if we don't learn?
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
I just think, whoa, that's hello, that's like, it's just
Back
not,
to the basics.
yeah, it's not osmosis.
Yeah.
We gotta learn. We don't become a doctor by just signing up.
Yeah.
You got to go through internships and residencies and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. So, Margot, let's see. Sandy didn't get it. Hi, Sandy. I'm glad you're here. Do you guys want to share something today? A win or a skin to me?
I'm barely here. We're running around doing errands on our way to go see mom. I've had a couple of rough days being sick. I don't know what happened to me. I just got really, really sick.
Worn down,
And
perhaps?
I haven't walked very much, but so today we're out getting some errands done in between. He's so sweet. He parks for me to get out of the car where it's not icy, and then he parks in an icy spot because I'm terrified of the ice. And he's running in and doing errands. And then we're heading out to see mom. But I've had a couple 3 losses this week too. It's just all this stuff is piling up on me. And I'm loving listening to this. I'm so glad I came. I'm sitting in the car figuring out how to get in there because it's on the phone. It's tricky, but I'm so glad because that whole idea about getting a master's degree, I was thinking about when I got my bachelor's degree, it took me 25 years.
Yeah.
I was in process for 25 years. I finally got the dang thing. That's a new way to look at it that really is going to help me because I'm on and off and on and off. And the joke of it is, what's my word for 2024? Consistency. I just chuckle every time I come on here and listen. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But it's the word I need. It's the word I need. It's what I'm not doing. And also your point of just learning. So I guess one of these days I got to crack the textbooks. You know, I've just been floating along on the cliff notes. I got to crack the textbooks one of these days. I don't know when I'm ready, it'll happen. But I now see that is an important piece of it. Just as being in this community is a really important piece. Or I wouldn't be here sitting in a car on my phone because I hate doing it on the phone. But
That's
it's
right.
so important.
See, that
to
is
me
your consistency,
that
and you know
that
it.
I commit to Wednesday. Yeah, that's the only thing at this moment in time that I can commit to.
The fact
That is beautiful.
25 years to get your bachelor's and you stayed committed is awesome.
Yes,
Well,
it is.
I took a few years off. I mean, a
Apparently.
lot of years in between, and then I jumped into it a couple years before my 25th class reunion, which is kind of a joke overall. But I finally got it, and it's in training and development. You'd think I know better, but you know, it's
a
okay.
process.
It all worked out fine, and it's just fine. I started to listen to a couple of the the
Playboy
webinar
podcast.
things. Oh, and Amy, before I forget, I sent you my Easter cantata. Steve and I actually made the commitment, and we were in our Easter cantata last Sunday, and it was for me. I can't sing, I can't read music, but I get up there and sing my heart out because it brings me such joy to make the commitment and do it. And so I sent that to you. I hope you got it.
That's awesome. I will go look. You know, one of the guys, Jared, or one of the girls said, be driven by the desire to feel something. It was that second girl. Be driven by the desire to feel X, right? Sandy wanted to complete that bachelor's. She wanted the feeling of that completion. Roxy wants the feeling of that completion every day. What is that, right? That's the desire that drives you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do more of that.
Label that, name that, harness that, Sandy, for yourself, because you know what that is, and then you just apply it to a different place. So bravo, I'm glad she's here. Margot, how about you in the last time we have here?
And open your mic, Margot.
Yeah.
Done.
I love you guys. This was such a jam-packed. I'm gonna listen to this more again and again because there's so much. Go
Okay,
ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought Monday night was great, and it really is what I've been living for the last 10 years. I'm at a point, or reached a point several years ago, where I don't even think about any of it anymore. I just do it because it's such a part of me. And I loved it when the guy talked about when he could say how many fuelings he has eaten. And then how many more he's going to eat, which says, okay, he understands he's doing a 3 and 3, and he understands the fuelings that he gets from Optavia are healthy. They're full of the vitamins and nutrients he needs. He doesn't need to mess around in the store. He just does it. It's part of his life pattern. He doesn't think about it. He just does it. And
that's hilarious.
yeah, I find that true for me as well. I don't, when I go on little road trips with Chris and Brian, they're big on drive-throughs and I'm sitting in the back eating my bars or whatever, because nothing really appeals to me. And I think once or twice I may have ordered a burger or something and I got about halfway through it and I went, yeah, this isn't happening. I couldn't even eat it.
Too
But
greasy.
the funniest thing is yesterday,
I couldn't stand the smell of the fries.
yeah, oh yeah, the
Yeah.
oil, the grease, oh,
I
Yes.
was like,
Yeah.
please eat that faster. I need.
yeah. But Krista came home yesterday. She works for a restaurant company and they've changed bakeries. So she came home with a bunch of these samples of bakery goods. She knows that I used to love, I don't know if you know what a Bismarck is.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Stuffed donut with white icing and loaded with some kind of like whatever, and raspberry was my favorite. So
Yeah.
we had this wonderful healthy dinner that Brian made, and all of a sudden she puts a plate in front of me with a Bismarck on it. And I went, oh, what the heck? I haven't had one in years. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this one. I cut into it, bit into it. I got it in my mouth and I had to spit it out. I couldn't even tolerate the sugar rush. I mean, it hit me so quick
Yeah.
that I took my
Wow.
napkin and went, oh, like, and I looked at Chris, I said, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's the bakery's fault. I said, I just got that sugar off of that icing
Yeah.
and it like went right to my brain and went, what are you doing? That was
So-
it. It was done. And I just looked at it like,
Yeah.
okay, that's an exit out of my life. I don't ever have to think I'm missing that
Soft
anymore.
reject. That was a full body no.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just because it was the very first bite. It wasn't like I was
Wow.
eating into it and it got to me. I just poof. Yeah, sugar rush like crazy.
Now,
That's amazing
that's
that
a
you guys
miracle.
say
That
me.
is a miracle there. That's a
yeah, yeah.
10
But
years
other
in
than-
coming,
You
Betty.
have the same reaction, I bet now, wouldn't you,
Yeah.
Sharon? Being 6 grams and under.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, talking about the consistency, I was looking back at it and went, that's something I don't even think about. I just
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
No.
It just do. I just, I had
Yeah,
a doctor
you do the
yesterday.
program. You're in it. You live it.
Yeah,
You
I
live
had a doctor yesterday
You're like,
asking
it's
me
your
about
good, healthy
diet and
habit.
that. And I said to him, he said, well, you have your 3 meals a day. And I said, no. And he said, well, what do you do? And I said, I have 5 or 6 meals a day. He said, what? I said, I have 5 or 6 meals a day. I said, I have a couple really good, healthy meals with my protein and veggies and stuff. And I said, the rest of it are cool little snack items, like celery and peanut butter or, hard boiled egg or whatever. And he went, you do that? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, how often do you eat? And I said, well, about every 3 hours, something like that. And he went, oh, and I said, yeah, you didn't know me as a patient when I had 110 more pounds sitting on me. He said, you didn't. And I said, oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Wow.
did. I said,
You couldn't
so,
even believe it.
yeah, yeah. But it's just so interesting when I talk to medical people and they're so surprised about eating multiple meals in the day. And most all of them go, well, that's really great. And I want to look at them and go, is that how you eat?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I guarantee they don't.
And one of them also already had even said to her, if everybody ate that way, the world would be a different place.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was probably the only one that I'd met that actually eats that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys,
Well-
we're at time, but I appreciate you sharing the 16,000 fuelings thing, because now that I'm using them in the last couple of years, I understand the fact that I'm probably not going to be able to give up some of these little guys because they are too
No.
satiating, they're too convenient, and I feel like they're so satiating, it's ridiculous. So I totally get the 16,000 thing. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm,
I get it.
Margot, I'm so pleased that you didn't feel deprived.
Yes.
Oh.
Yay.
Yes.
You
yeah,
know,
Huge
'Cause-
win.
I hear
No.
that, I hear that quite common. I'm, feeling deprived or what. I'm just like, deprived from what?
yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, I sat there
Exactly.
and thought, number one, if I do eat this thing, I know what I'm gonna have to do to get over it. But more importantly, I haven't eaten one in 10 years,
Yeah.
so it's not
And
like
you
I'm gonna
listen to your
keel over.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, yeah, my body talked to me real
You
quick.
listen. Yeah.
It had,
Nice
it
and
was
loud. Loud and
my
clear.
brain was not, my brain was saying, my brain was forgiving me already. My body wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen, lady.
Guys, there's the video deprivation versus discipline, and then there's the one choices versus cheat.
Yeah.
And I may have given you these over the time, or struggle versus fight. Those are all really good ones when it comes down to thinking about those choices. So if you don't have them or you want them, I'll send them to you. But the discipline versus deprivation is great, because that is it. We get stuck into that feeling badly because, oh, poor me, pity party, I'm deprived. No,
Yeah,
right? No.
No.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you guys give me an idea, because on Sunday I ate this. Right, I'm gonna get close to this.
woo,
I took a picture of my meal, and seems like a delicious burger, but then later my hands were in pain. So I put, my note says like my hands were in pain later. So I'm gonna, yes, so I'm gonna put it here in front of me, and every time, because my
Interesting.
body doesn't do so fast like Margot. So
yeah,
every time I'm gonna put that and remind me to make better choices. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that's what I learned from you today, guys.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. That's great. Well, guys, if we all knew what if we could do what we know we need to do, and we aren't doing it, the difference between knowing and doing is implementation and execution. And that's why you're here today, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
keep
Thank you.
learning, keep growing, keep, stay in the master's program and keep executing and practicing, right? Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
next week, or later day, or next week.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Be
Betty,
well.
Betty, I
Well.
sent you a
Bye.
text.
Yes,
Betty,
I saw it. I
okay,
saw it.
all right,
Yeah.
okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you. Be
bye,
well.
love you guys.
Bye-bye.